Thank you, and great to have you also here. And as last but not the least, Esko from Kielo Growth.
Hello, my name is Esko Herrala, and I'm representing the Kielo Growth, which is actually a private startup company investor, and it's a collection of a group of angel investors. And what's particular in Kielo, we provide money, but we also provide brains. So if you need somebody for the board or some people for advisors, just connect Kielo. Thank you.
Sounds really good. Nice to have you here.
Thank you.
Oops. And just a bit of background information for the pitches. So each participant has 3 minutes of pitching time. And as you can see on the left, there's the timer. So when the timer goes to 0, the pitching ends. And then starts the questions and answers. So a bit of feedback, a bit of questions from the judges to the pitchers. And after that, it's time for the next one. And here is the schedule for the pitchers. So the first team will start in 3 minutes. We are actually just a bit ahead of the schedule. But we can actually have the first team on the stage already. Not time for pitching, but let's gather you here. So Philip.
So I'm the first one.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Let's start in just.
I'm so lucky.
Yeah, everyone gets to pick.
Yeah.
But as the first one, and we still have a bit of time.
Yes.
How do you like the hackathon so far? What's been happening?
Me or who?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, it's very nice. Actually, I have gone a couple of rounds and I got very nice feedbacks, especially from the very last session today morning. I've tweaked the presentation a little bit, and I really like it. It's nice to practice and keep practicing the pitching, the idea that you're working on. It's very nice. I wish there is something like this every month.
Yes, it's been really great to follow all the teams. Did your idea change much during this weekend? What do you think?
I don't think. Maybe the way I pitch it a bit tweaked based on new feedbacks, but the idea itself, I think it stays the same.
Yes, but soon is your time to pitch. So
okay.
When it goes to 14.
Should I start sharing my presentation at least?
Yes, I can actually stop sharing and I will let you to open it up. Okay.
Let me present. Do you see my screen?
Yes, we can.
When the time comes, let me know, please.
Okay, so I think we can actually start the pitch.
Okay, does everyone hear me? Okay. Hi, everyone. My name is Bilal Amin, and today I want to introduce to you Communify. But before I start talking about Communify, I want to let you know about Bob. Bob is an online community manager. He's managing an online community of 1,000 members, and he wants to increase the engagement of his community members and actively innovating in managing his own platform. But he has a lot of problems. He has to use a bunch of tools to actually and successfully manage his own community. He needs to use Slack for communication, Zoom for video calling, Substack for a newsletter, Gumroad for selling premium content, and Facebook for discussion. And the problem does not stop here. He has another problem. He has to, if he needs a new feature in his platforms, he can't add it because he does not own the platform. He has to use what's already available in these platforms, and that's it. And that's why we want to help Bob and all other community managers. We want to gather all these scattered world of tools into a unified Shopify-like platform infrastructure that can be used as a drag and drop easy solution for community managers, but also has an open interface that everyone can consume to extend the core infrastructure, and then continuously add new features and new functionalities to the main platform and scale it so that there is no limits for the innovation. Everyone can build whatever they want. Based on real customer interviews, we gather the most important features, MVP features that has to be there so that they would be willing to pay for our platform. And we already got some letter of intent from some customers. Our main customer target is community managers, those who manage online communities in places like Facebook, Discord, or Slack. And even though this is the market size, and even though the numbers are a bit negotiable, but it gives a hint about the market size. There's more than 620 million Facebook group, more than 6.7 million servers on Discord, and more than 2 million groups on LinkedIn, let alone the whole community that run on top of these online communities. For the business model, we have two business models. The first is subscription based for using the infrastructure itself with the out-of-the-box features, and it's two packages, basic and pro, and there's a commission base. So if someone decided to build a new functionality and sell it on the marketplace of integrations, and so that other people like Bob can use it, then we take 10% out of each sale for these plugins. The competition landscape can be a bit crowded in some sense, but all of these community platforms that are available are non-scalable truly like us, and none of them is giving all the features that a single person like Bob would need. They always has to trade off and find workaround to use the platform. And our mission is that we want to help Bob seamlessly manage, grow, and scale his own community with our scalable platform and never worry about building it or maintaining it. And the team consists from me, Bilal Amin, and my co-founder, Yusuf Gamal. That's it. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Great pitch, and thank you, Bilal. Now we can have the comments and questions from the judges, and we could start from Ville. Ville Heikkinen, if you can hear us.
I can, and hopefully you can hear me as well.
Yes.
Thanks for the pitch. So what's the maturity of your idea? So
you mean in terms of a solution, a ready solution?
Yeah. Do you already have a minimum viable product or something like that?
No, actually, we're trying to still raise some pre-seed so that we can give full time to work on the idea, but we got some you can say 2 letters of intent, and we are ongoing in discussion with a community manager whose his own community have more than 13,000 members, and we are trying to get a letter of intent from him as well to join the platform once it's ready. But we validated the features, we validated the pricing model, and the cost as well, and the validity of the idea. But we are also still actively contacting new community managers until we can reach some kind of pre-seed fund to give full time in.
Okay, but you haven't yet coded any bit of the platform.
Not yet. This is actually a pivot from another idea, but the other idea is already incorporated and live, but this is a completely different pivot, so we don't have a minimal viable product for it yet. Actually, the minimum viable product for this would cost a bit of money. That's why we couldn't start it on our own.
Thank you. And we have quite limited time, so next, Hannu, go for it.
Thanks for the pitch, and I'm wondering a little bit, is there real demand for this service? There's many and
yes, but none of the solutions is actually available. According to the interviews we made with the community managers, almost all of them have confirmed that this is a huge pain for them. Actually, one of them was even a mentor, one of the organizers of this event. And one of our competitors, which is Circle.so, have just raised 5 million in, I think, a seed or a Series A round. For almost the same solution, but they are not scalable the way we build our infrastructure. They are just trying to add new features, and they have just raised 5 million. So if we want to measure on that, maybe there's something there. But according to our interviews, the community managers at least agree on that. But of course, I would appreciate your feedback.
Yes. And next we could take a question from Tommy, if there's something of feedback. We have a couple of minutes before the next theme.
All right. Thanks for the pitch. A few things from my side. Speak a bit slower because you were rushing quite a lot. I know the time is short, but it's much more clearer and better to just talk slower because you went through quite fast. But that's a little bit one thing. The one trap that most of the people when they pitch always go into is the competitive matrix, that they're always on the right top side and nobody else is close. And
Yes.
that's probably the biggest lie there ever is. Like that's and it's one thing that everybody always keeps. Okay, one of those again, but like I said, that's not like common mistakes. Everybody makes that. But yeah, I think it probably would be nice to know that. Okay, what could be like done next? That what's the roadmap? Do you need like 3 months to build the MVP or 6 months or something like that? That what could be the next steps would be nice to see. But
Okay.
other than that, thanks for the pitch and good luck.
And
Thanks.
really quickly still, Mikko and Esko.
Ideas is interesting, but I'm not personally expert about these social media issues. But slides looks okay, actually very good, and using some kind of Bob person idea was also good, and tell about behind the stories. Thank you.
Thanks.
And really quickly, Esko, if you have
my basic idea was what prevents the competition in copying this idea and take this idea? Is there something that protects this?
If you allow me to answer this quickly, is that once you build a big platform and you have a lot of users in there and a lot of data in there, it's not easy to redesign the infrastructure of the software itself. So there's nothing that prevents anyone from copying the solution if they would take the risks of the time and the migration of everything they already have. But if someone is starting out, I don't think there is anything prevents anyone from competing with that.
Okay.
Thanks.
And thank you for this. The next theme will be proof of intelligence. So can we get you on stage? Thank you, Bilal.
Thanks.
Can everyone else close your mics?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Yes, we can. And go for it. The stage is yours.
Okay. So I'm Caleb Mariuta, and I'm with Philip Shates. We bring to you Roof Intelligence. We want to bring Roof.
We can see the slides, sorry. I know you have good ones, so.
Oh, yeah. So I'm Caleb. I'm with Philip. We're Roof Intelligence.
Okay, you may start again, so go for it.
We want to bring the roofing industry into the 21st century. Over the weekend, we built a website. Go to roofintelligence.com. The picture on the left may look like a rainstorm to you, but to me, it looks like $1 million rolling my way. You see, I grew up in a roofing family in Arizona, and I have strong industry knowledge. The roofing industry has not changed much in the last 100 years. There are 3 problems I've noticed in the sales process. Sales prospecting takes too much time, resulting in leads turning cold and leaving no other option than hiring more salespersons in order to scale up. Our solution is to create a sales one-man army by pairing a drone with image recognition software that can detect roof damage. Ultimately, this will automate inspections and reduce lead prospecting times, resulting in increased sales. Let's look at this in action. The drone scouts neighborhoods for roof damage, sends locations of possible leads. As the salesman is walking up to the house, the drone populates a pitch deck with repair suggestions. The chances of closing rises dramatically. This is then repeated. We estimate this will allow them to look at 5 times more roofs in a day, no more climbing ladders and manually assessing dangerous roofs. We built our MVP over the weekend. You can check it out on our website. We'll use a SaaS business model as we expect to earn monthly recurring revenue. with different subscription tiers from limited software access to full access and more. As we continue to develop our scope of solutions, we'll have the ability to upsell our customers and go after other targets, such as home insurance agencies. The US roofing market is worth $48 billion. This is divided into 22% sales, 45% operations, and 33% profit. But we look at it as a global sense because we all live under a roof after all. We have a first mover advantage because we focus on sales and not roof measurement and roof inspections. There's more on our website. You can check it out. Our team is comprised of me, Caleb Ryuta. I have strong marketing skills, industry knowledge, and Philip Schates, our German engineer, with web design and SEO skills. So this is our roadmap to success. Friday night, we conducted market research by calling American roofing companies. We found a possible client who we convinced to make a video that is on our website in exchange for an early price discount. We then finished our MVP, developed the software and final product by this summer, launch in Arizona since I know the key players there, expand to Finland since I've worked with companies here, and then to Germany because Philip has connections there. After winning, we would use the funds to complete the product. Thank you.
Thank you for the great pitch you stayed just in the 3 minutes. Let's start the next feedback round from Hannu.
Thanks for the pitch, and I know the problem with the buildings, and I'm working also with real estates, and it's easy access to the roof many times, but the walls can be more difficult. And we did check some problems with drone 3 years ago in the city center of Oulu, and it was really useful.
Yeah.
And but it's only visual check. That is one problem. If you are checking the roof, and you can do electricity check also by using SLD check, but you have to go there yourself to do it. You can't do it by drone. And but I like the idea. There's some demand, and it's scalable, but it's easy to build services like this, and there will be high competition anyway. And how can you survive, and what is your advantage really? That could be the problem. Thanks.
Well, for example, we'd be starting out in Arizona, and due to limited time constraints, I couldn't tell you the other target market. But for example, the roof insurance agencies, a lot of times they don't have the manpower to send out enough people to go look at roofs after, let's say, a hailstorm. And so we're also going to target them as well. So we'd be constantly evolving our service, and we have like a first mover advantage because all the other services are mainly based off of just measuring the roof, but we're using this as a prospecting tool. So basically how it works is roofers after a storm, they will go knock on doors, door to door, and whoever gets there first usually gets the job in Arizona because it's high competition. So with our drone, we can, expedite this.
Thank you. Time flies. We can really shortly take comments from Tommy, Mikko, Esko, and Ville, who goes first. We have
okay, I can be like only a few words. Another trap that people go into first to market is really quite rarely an advantage. It's actually a disadvantage. But I really like the idea over what you're doing, and I especially like that you're planning to launch internationally right away. So that's definitely a good thing and shows the ambition level. So really good thing. And I think overall the idea is good. Thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
Okay, the basic problem is valid, and there is rules all over the world. But I believe that the business model and earning model is maybe you have not found it already, but what are you selling? Are you selling some kind of roof project leads to the construction companies or repairing companies? That could be one model also, or are you more or less like a technological company? And so, but the basic idea sounds okay.
Actually, we would sell our software, so for identifying the issues and giving templates to salespeople, and we can also provide drones, but mainly just the software.
Yeah.
Okay, and now we must interrupt and move to the next team. Sorry for Esko and Ville. You can give feedback on the next one. So the next one is going to be Wiz. Can we get Wiz on stage? Thank you, Kalev and Philip.
Hello? Hello, can you hear and see the screen?
Yes, we can, and go for it.
Yes, great. Okay, so we are WIS, and we bring together people with skills and people who want to learn. Our team consists of me, I'm Henna Uusitalo.
And I'm Tuukka Uusitalo, hi.
And so far we have shared our time and effort quite equally to get into this point with our business idea. And we're going to find a tech WIS to our team as well. Okay, so we both have been developing different skills in sports and music. Through different occasions, we have been asked to give private lessons in those hobbies. Also, a few of our friends have been able to find someone to teach. And through these experiences, we have noticed that our skills have a market value and there's demand and supply, but it doesn't meet in a smart and effective way. So there are several problems why supply and demand doesn't meet. These problems are geographical polarization, which means that the opportunities in metropolitan area versus in smaller towns are very different. Then there are high prices, scheduling and commitment problems, and entrance examinations, and so on. We have also noticed that young, talented people do not necessarily realize the market value of their skills. Okay, our solution is not another Skillshare or Coursera. We provide customized face-to-face teaching with strengths of scalability because of quantity of different teachers. So our solution is Airbnb for skills. Through the platform, we can combine the people with the same interests on the same area. This reduces geographical polarization. Employ yourself and become a WIS. The WISs in our surveys are mainly the young, talented people who do not benefit as job seekers straight from the skills that they have been developing possibly for many, many years. Through our platform, their skills gain the market value. The prices are more competitive, and there are no entrance examinations or enrollment limits to stop you from learning new skills. Okay, so how do we make money? We take 15% commission of the salary that the WIS charges. Also, the local private operators can buy space from our platform for advertising their hobby services. And by collaborating with local companies, we bring new customers for them, and we're able to use their property like gyms or trampoline parks. Then the future roadmap. So whether we win the hackathon or not, we're anyway going to find the tech WIS into our team. Then we are going to create a prototype and do testing with it. And after that, we're going to look for funding to develop the platform further and continue intensive marketing. So start a new hobby or become a WIS. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the pitch. You also stayed in 3 minutes. Next, we could get feedback from Tommy.
I guess my biggest question is that how do you actually do it? How do the WISs do it in the platform?
The teaching. Yeah. So in the platform, the people who want to learn new things, they can find the profiles of the quizzes, and they can contact through the platform the quizzes, and then they can come up with the schedule and the meetings, and everything happens through the platform. They don't need to exchange any phone numbers or anything, but they find each other through our platform. And also the payment or every transaction, they happen also through us over the platform.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
Okay.
next, good Mikko.
Interesting idea, but is there already so many solutions for this problem?
Well, we think that there are solutions for like trying to get into it, but we have realized that people actually like still to have people who come and help you to learn the thing that you want to learn. For instance, like there are many online services that you can learn new things via, but for instance, our target market is, for instance, families where there are children who wants to learn new things, and they don't usually, it's not easy for them to use online courses or such things. Also, it can be hard to learn, do some things only with online teaching. So it's easy that someone sees what you're doing and tells you that this is the problem now, and you can like adjust it like this and so on.
Yeah, and many companies concentrates on school subjects or courses. So this is also everything else when it comes to hobbies or.
Yeah, it's basically anything, mainly like almost anything that you can teach through us. Yeah.
Thank you. And next could be Esko.
I like the idea that this is like a personal trainer that you already have in sports, and you can make money out of this kind of business. But how would you collect this with people? How do you find this in your advertising? What is the way?
Well, actually, like we have already quite many friends that are interested in our idea, that they have like, because we have been doing like we've been doing music and sports, and there we have people like, yeah, I would like to teach, but how can I find anyone to teach? So actually we do have already people who are interested in teaching if we have this service, but I think it's not the problem really to find those people who want to teach, but I think we're going to market obviously through social media and in different,
and in schools or in places where a lot of young people who
and at universities and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the market, most of the marketing, I think, is going to be towards the market, like the families and the ones who realize that they can now start learning so much easily. Yeah.
Just quick comment from me. So I guess you should focus on one vertical, like all the platforms that have survived and developed to something, they have really excelled one thing, being it teaching Swedish or whatnot. But concentrate. Don't make a general platform. Thanks. Good pitch.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, and next I think we will move to the next thing. So thank you. So the next team will be Aura. Can we get? Yes, Aura is already on the stage. You can share your screen and go for it.
Okay, hi everyone.
And please open your cameras. Yes.
Okay, I have some problem with mine, but let me see. Let's see how everything is going. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, and go for it.
For an app to learn Spanish. When checking options, he finds some free to use and others really expensive. However, they share this learning approach of teaching by repetition. Diving deeper, Peter finds solutions using audiovisual material. Some use pre-recorded Spanish series or songs with translations, and others recorded native speakers. Although Peter feels more engaged, sometimes he feels the content is not the best for learning. So what is Aura about? Meaningful and history-driven learning. Learners can be motivated to learn a language because they want to meet new people, find their soulmates, improve their careers, or just party widely. Whatever the reason is, Aura offers them a narrative to practice the language in the situation they expect to face in real life. This allows them to create a customized path. Also, this role-playing interaction will engage them not only cognitively, but also emotionally and motivationally. How does Aura work? To progress in Aura, you will need two currencies, coins and heart. Coins are needed to get hints, useful to overcome challenges like this. Users can gain more coins by in-app purchases or ad visualization. Hearts allow you to keep playing. If you run out of them, you cannot continue. The hearts are recharged every 4 hours. Users can also get more by watching ads or direct purchases. Yes, Peter, like again, exactly. What are the revenue sources for Aura? It is a freemium business model that monetizes mainly by ad visualization. In-app purchases and product placement are also considered for later stages of development. What have we done during this hackathon? We validated the idea, sharing a spot on Facebook and LinkedIn. In total, our organic growth was 1,050 visualizations and 30 reactions. How does this continue? Last year, we worked on validating the idea and iterating. This second quarter, we are looking for funding to the MVP, for which we need 7,000 euros. With the price of this hackathon, plus the innovation voucher of Business Finland, we will be able to achieve that goal. Like this, in the second half, we will build the MVP and create brand awareness. We're looking to launch Aura in Latin America, a region with a total addressable market of over 100 million people. Plus Brazil, it will add 30 million users more. Our goal is to get 2,000 users by the end of the year to seek investment for further growth. Aura is a team effort. Both Santosh and me have proven experience in our fields. We are confident to turn Aura from an idea into a profitable business.
Okay. I apologize for the mistake at the beginning.
Okay, so thank you, Pablo. A pre-recorded one. You were actually ahead of your time. So let's have an applause. Okay, and next one could be Mikko to start giving feedback and questions.
The problem is still very, very valid. And I have done a few years ago, few projects which was more or less concentrating the same problem. And I would say that the idea and the solve that idea is quite, let's say, easy, but put in practice in a global way, it's very, very difficult. And I believe that you have still a lot of work to do about the whole package. Thank you.
Kiitos.
Thank you. And next could be Esko.
I'm not sure about the novelty of this idea. What do you comment about the possible competition? Why would this kind of gaming idea be better than the earlier used methods of like role playing and so on?
Okay, yes, I mean, like at this point, after building 5 prototypes, what we have found is that people is kind of like more eager to try a game rather than like some gamified features or something. So what we are looking for the next prototype is to be like an actual game where people is already all the time, you know, ongoing, completing the assignments. And also another novelty, it will be that, yes, there are a lot of resources, but if you see most of them kind of like do not address these motivations. For example, when we were talking about the Latin American market, it was because on the research, we found that the motivations to learn a language are more long-term because they are eager to pursue mastery to migrate or to study abroad or for professional development. So I think that it will be kind of like a combination of the gameplay and the focus on a specific region.
Thanks. And next we could have a comment from Ville.
Thank you for the nice pitch. Can you remind me what was your business model? I kind of missed
Sure.
that. Oh,
Monetization by ad visualization. So we kind of like monetize from the time that the user spent using the app, and also in-app purchases, and in a later stage product placement.
Thank you. And then quickly, Hannu and Tommy. Quick comments.
Thanks for the pitch, and my question was also about the business model. How can you survive? Are they ready to pay for the service? How much could be the fee per person, the user?
What we found when kind of like testing or talking with different users, like there is quite popular this approach to, if you give it for free, I'm fine with it. I'm not gonna pay. So what we want to, when we reach the market, we're gonna try this, and we expect after the user completes the whole process, a lifetime value of over 60 euros average. So we think it's kind of like with that amount, with that number, like with 50,000 users, we can cover the cost of a year.
Yeah, and it could be possible to have really low or even free and use advertising.
Yes, and also because the idea of the free usage is because we want to lower the barrier for people to start using it to promote like the growth of user acquisition. Babel or others kind of like churn a lot of money in that.
Okay, and thank you for the comments and feedback. We need
Thank
to
you so
go to
much.
the next team, so thank you. And the next team will be Ketchup. So let's get Ketchup on screen. And when you say screen, you're free to go.
Okay, can you hear me? Can you see my screen?
Looking good. Go for it.
Okay. So hello, my name is Diana, and this is my team, Dominica and Bobby, and we are here to introduce you our software mobile application Ketchup that's going to make all citizens' life more eventful in the future. So when I just moved here, I faced with a problem that is quite difficult to find a place or like looking for information where I want to go, like where I want to attend some kind of event. And even though I was looking in a Facebook and I was looking in a Google, but it's still quite difficult, especially you should know the place or you should know people who know people who know people where to go. So this is why we decided that it's going to be a very good idea to have one application with all kind of events into it. So with only one click, you can get the information about the place or about the event you would like to attend, or you can see what is going on around you and you can choose where to go. So this is quite important. And also we have a separate ideas for all 2026 program is going on soon. I think it's going to be useful. And you don't need to provide your own information into it. It's going to be like, you don't need to make your profiles there. It's confidential, so just use it. So our users is basically everyone who lives in Oulu, and our customers is a business and different organizations, basically everyone who organize events. How it works like, if you are owner of the business, of a restaurant, of the bar, and you want to use our platform for advertisements, for marketing, you just basically make a subscribe like Spotify. You pay some amount of money per month and you can use it. Also for additional price, it is additional income for us. You can make your event like more visible. So like it's a hot advertisement, it's going to be on the top when people are going to open it. And also we can use like different advertisement from people like you see here. We make a place, it can be bigger. So some people can just pay for only advertisement without using like our platform. And our plans is to cover first Oulu, and we want to cover Finland. And of course, like, to make it spread wide in the world. And also we want to add more options into it, like paying for tickets or like something that gives us more income. But it's in the future. It's quite raw idea, but we yeah, this is what we want to do. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so that was the pitch.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. You were actually ahead of time.
Well, I think that it's all like important information. So I'm waiting for questions.
Yes.
This is more important, yeah.
But let's move into the feedback. So Esko could go first.
No, thank you for the presentation. So this would be like an app you buy to your phone, and you have to pay every year to get this one.
Look, for a cost for users, like for regular people who are going to use it, for example, me, I want to check what is going on like today somewhere next to me. It's going to be free because we want to have them. We want to have as much as possible users. So we're going to have money from a business for people who want to make marketing, who want to advertise their events or their place. So basically, if you have your own like a nightclub, you pay us like once per month. And then it's like subscribe, like Spotify, like I don't know what else you're paying, like any other app you pay for 1 month and you can use it. So it's going to work in this way.
Thank you.
I think that's first.
Great. And next could be Ville.
Thank you. To be honest, that's a rather crowded and a competitive area that you're heading to. There's a zillion different ways of doing those. How are you going to be the one winning the competition?
That's true. We have quite many like as other apps that already exist, such as Facebook or social media. But why our is better? Because first of all, as I mentioned, you don't need to register yourself. You don't need to provide your own personal information into it to get information about the event. Secondly, it's concentrated mostly about the Oulu area, and it's going to be also about the Finland, because here I can't name like any apps that would be like helpful nowadays for me. For example, if I want to go somewhere, so it's free market in at least here. People just don't know about that, so that's why we come up with this idea.
Yes, thank you. And next could be Hannu.
Thanks for the pitch, and I have the same opinion. There's a lot of competition, and there are services like this in Oulu also by Kaleva, and the companies are not ready to pay for you until you have a lot of followers. Otherwise, they won't pay. So you have to advertise a lot. How can you find those followers? How can you do it?
Yeah.
Why should they follow you and not the other ones?
Yeah, thank you for your question. First of all, like the followers, find followers is not that complicated because Oulu, like I will talk about Oulu, that is, we have quite many foreigners here who are not familiar with Kaleva. Like even though I'm living here 5 years and I know it just because I'm quite long here, but those people who just move here, they don't know it. So we can spread it like starting from universities and from all the communities. And yeah, it requires some marketing and we're ready for it. So it's fine. And well, competition, we're not afraid of competition. Like, everything already exists, so.
Thanks. And really quickly, Tommy and Mikko.
All right, thanks for the pitch. I guess it's the same thing that what everybody said, that how do you make it happen? Because there's so many variables that you need to get, like a chicken and egg. How do you get the people? How do you get the events? But like I said, I'm never worried about the competition if you do something really well in a unique way. So focus on that. Thanks.
Thank you.
Maybe your first year you should give this service also free for companies, and later you can get money. And this problem is very old, and I personally tried to sell this idea to the Kaleva Media and Technopolis company and City of Oulu, let's say 17 years ago, but they don't see enough important at that moment. But world has changed later. But
yeah,
Basic
Yes.
idea is okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you for the feedbacks, and sorry for interrupting.
Thank you for your time. For your time.
Yes, it's time for the next team. So let's get Trivia Track to the stage. Welcome. Okay, so when you share your screen, you're ready to go. And go for it. You're muted.
Hello, everybody. Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Here we are Trivia Tracks, and the problem that we want to solve and address is the lack of not life knowledge. Or on the other hand, the life knowledge is being considered as trivia. What is life knowledge is the knowledge that we can use to build our future, financial knowledge, knowledge about law, about taxation, about house, about loan, about everything that we don't know. And education is not enough. Simply, it's not enough because as graduate student, we are going to face a board that we don't know about simply. So we are going to lose our all student benefits next year, and we don't know what we're going to do actually. So we think that it would be nice to answer this as a problem. And actually, how much you don't know, and do you know how much you don't know? This is like a poll that we send to freshman students, and we understand that a few amounts of the students really know what a student loan is, and that's not good. So our solution is to walk the walk together. We want to self-educate ourselves and make a journey and diary out of educating ourselves with what we call life knowledge, and then posted it as a social media content in Instagram, as you can see. Oh, you don't? Yes, as Instagram. This is our main platform that we're going to use, a 5-minute video weekly. And then we're going to, a main target group is young adults. Well, the goal is that we first need a bit of money. We're going to use some project money from university or entrepreneurship or some social governmental organization. Then after the 6 months, we set the goal that we want 5,000 followers and 30% active engagement. If we did well, we're going to step up. And during the way, we want to give support from people or sell some advertisement and audience support. At the end, this is our final goal. As you can see, at the end, we want to convert our social media content series to TV series, actually. Our TV series is like we need to make 2 pilot episodes for TV series, and we need some sponsors or entrepreneurship accelerators or project money or loan for that. And at the end of the day, there will be money from the TV. And after 1 year, we set a goal that we will reach 10K followers. And let's walk the walk together, actually. This is me, Negar, Isaki, my friend, and Paulina, my other partner. We are here together to give you the life knowledge and build our future together. Thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you for the great pitch. Nicely on time also. We could start the feedback round from Ville.
Thank you. That was a lot of energy and enthusiasm. I like it. To be honest, I liked it in the beginning, and then you lost me at the end with the TVs and movies and whatnot. I think that your basic customer group, kind of millennials, I would guess, might be the right target group for that kind of content, and try to build the first part of your offering, and then maybe the movie and then TV series can come a bit later. Thank you. Good pitch.
Thanks. Great comments. And then the next one could be Hannu.
I had the same thing on my mind, and better to forget TV series and things like that. And there's a demand service like this, but should it be done by the city of Oulu or university or something like that? Could it be private idea? That's one question, but there's demand. I think so. Thanks.
Thank you.
And next could be Tommy.
All right. Thanks for the pitch. Nice energy. And this is something that I really think that there's something there, and nobody has been able to do it correctly now yet. And I think that, like I said, most of the people, let's say, in my mind, a lot of the great thinkers think that education itself is broken. It's not like it's just teaching people skills, but people don't know how to use them or how to live their life even. So there's a lot of things going on there, and there's a lot of demand for like this kind of life coaching and so on, but nobody has been able to do it really well yet. So there's definitely something there. But like I said, also probably not the TV show. If people want to watch Temparit, that sort of stuff is quite far away from that. But yeah, thanks for the bits. And there's something there. You just need to find what it is, really.
Thank you. I would say that this is definitely for some kind of public funded projects, for example, City of Oulu or University for immigrant students or so. Or the other way is that the customer groups are some companies who are trying to make their service better. That could be the second line here. Thank you.
Yeah, I think there is a demand for this kind of things, but if this is the solution, then we are in a deep shit. That's my opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
But this was great.
Thanks.
So thank you, Trivia Track, and thank you for the feedbacks.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yes, and next it's time for Ekokokki. So let's get Ekokokki on stage.
Hello.
Hello, and when you share your screen, you're ready to go.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Hi. Did you know that 1/3 of environmental burden caused by people comes from food? So the carbon footprint is huge. So 1/3 of produced food is thrown away every year, which is 1.3 billion tons of food. That's why we came up with Ekokokki to save food and planet together. Have you ever had a problem figuring out what to cook from the ingredients left in your fridge? No problem. Our solution is an app with comprehensive information package about food waste. App includes a shopping list, counter for food waste reduction, granny's tips for preserving, seasonal tips, etc. And a search engine to help you use the ingredients with full potential, so you can write or record your voice to find different recipes for the ingredients you have. Why an app? It's user-friendly, very easy and quick to use. Apps features fit better for an app than a website, and using an app comes a routine for a user. And an app ties its user for use it, unlike a website. And also there is no similar competition in Finland. So our target group is all the people who struggle to make recipes from the ingredients they already have, and they want an easy way to solve this problem. And people who are interested in cooking, sustainable development, and reducing food waste. Our value proposal is that users receive new recipes easily and reduce food waste at the same time. As a user, you're a part of a like-minded community and you have sense of belonging. And there will be a realistic value to customers when they see the amounts of food that has not gone to the trash. And our channels are obviously the app, our personal, partner companies and their own channels, and social media. And our cost structure is creating and maintaining an app. It's around 50,000 euros, and then wage costs for the coders, and marketing at first roughly around 2,000 euros per month. Then our revenue streams, so there will be ads on the app, and then various partnerships, for example, Valio, K-ruoka, Fixruoka, and MatSmart, and then premium customers and financing. And the app has a premium version when the user gets no ads and gets recipes for different diets like gluten-free, keto, vegan, and recipes from popular chefs. And our next steps are to make a decent business plan, get the financing, and to be in touch with possible business partners, chefs, and to continue working with an app founder in the UK. And our goal is to launch the app in 4 to 6 months because this is not the future that we want. How about you?
And it's time. So thank you. And let's start the feedback round from Hannu.
Thanks for the pitch. I like the idea. There's demand service like this, but personally, I enjoy to try different things myself, and it's funny. And but are people ready to pay for it?
Well, there will be this diet kind of thing where you get the recipes for different diets, and people are willing to pay for that. And €5 per month is not that much for that. And this is also good for lazy people who don't want to do the searching for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, it's not easy way, and it's good to make a 100 people group and ask their opinion and what they like, and are they ready to pay, and why they would pay, and is there some special target? That could be nice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
And next could be Tommy.
All right. Thanks for the pitch. Like I said, reducing food waste and everything, that's a really noble idea and a good cause. I guess most of my questions come around to okay, because it's an app. Why would somebody and who would download it first? Like, how do you get the initial audience? Because like building up successful apps, super hard. So I think it's like having an understanding. How do you get the first 100? How do you get the first 1,000 customers? That's the trick.
Yeah, well, that's where our network comes on the board, and Sophia has a very wide network, and we could use them to like tell about this app. And then I'm sure that when they load the app, like download it, and they would like use it more often than a website that doesn't tie people up, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Then we could have comment from Mikko.
Okay, the problem still valid very well. This is not problem for me, for example, because I'm extremely good cook, but I know many people who could use or should use this service. And maybe when you are developing this idea, is that you think that this application could be some kind of marketing tool for big partners, for example, S Group or Kesko or Valio and that kind of companies. There could be some business. Only your business in some area doesn't work properly, I believe. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And then Esko.
Like in the previous pitch, you really have this is a big problem and you have tried to solve it. I'm not sure that your target audience is the correct one here. Maybe as Mikko said, you should consider what is the target audience that you and maybe a limited one. People who might have some food problems or something that, but not it's not the solution for the global. But the pitch was nice again.
And last but not least, Will.
Yeah, thanks. Very quickly, I liked your idea a lot. Maybe I'm not as good cook as Mikko, but I think I can cook anyhow. But so I would love to have an app with the feature where I can just quickly the choose what I have in the fridge, and then it would propose me the kind of a recipe on the chosen food genre. So something like that, and I think that might help to reduce the waste. Really, I love your idea. Of course, there will be a lot of competition. It will not be easy to execute, but I wish you best. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So thank you, Ekokokkian, for the feedback. Next one is the Sorsa team. So let's get Sorsa team on stage.
Hello, can you hear me? Probably.
Yes, we can. And share screen, you can
Where's...
go for it.
Okay, let's see till the presentation loads. Is it showing?
Not
no. Take a while, it seems.
Seems like it. Now
there we go. All right.
And go for it.
Yeah, great. Yeah, we are a Sorsa team. We are a team that originally got together based on a Formula student project. We participated in an international engineering competition in Austria, had a really good success, landed a top 10 position in a really difficult competition, and kept on working together and worked on our ideas, and this is one of them, which is easily demonstrated by taking an old car that you have to take into an inspection. And you never really know what's going to happen. Usually it doesn't go too well. And this is the situation in underground mining. So we have Apo, who has first-hand experience from a gold mine, where the maintenance is not very well organized. And anything that is not planned, any unscheduled maintenance, any breakdown, any downtime, moving the machinery from the tunnel might cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. And currently, how the maintenance is planned, it requires a lot of manual logging, a lot of manual information relaying, and generally it's a very tedious and error-prone process. How we do it? We do it with this little device that is connected to the machine. We measure all kinds of things like usage hours with the sensors, and since these are off-grid machinery, we need to take the operator's mobile phone, take it to the machinery as they go to work. It syncs the data via Bluetooth, and we take it to cloud to show the analytics and maintenance to the maintenance personnel. And how we monetize all this, we sell the hardware itself with a small premium, but the main point is the software, where we have the mobile app that does basic functionalities and the syncing of the data between the off-grid machines and online, and then did advanced analytics in our cloud database and web interface. How we are settling in the competition is that we focus solely on maintenance. Other companies have large solutions that are really expensive, focusing mostly on production and safety and profitability, and have only a partial focus on the maintenance, where we have the full focus, we deliver the full solution. And how we plan to continue, we validate the idea here on the idea accelerator, and then we move forward, contact the customer and validate further, try to start cooperating with the customer, develop the solution, and keep going from there to have a working prototype, which we can then sell further. If you have any questions, we will be very happy to answer.
Really great pitch. Thank you, Team Sorsa. And we could start the feedback round from Tommy.
All right. Thanks for the pitch. Interesting thing what you're doing here. Just would be, because I'm just a newbie on this kind of sector, that what is the market opportunity like overall? What is that like?
I think Apo can answer this one.
Yeah, we have a slide for that, so Johannes can probably show it.
Yeah, this is just really, really slow, but I'll try to get it showing.
But basically, there are standalone health monitoring systems existing at the moment, and some of those are like SKF Online that monitor bearing health. But the problem with those health monitoring systems is that they are not syncing with the maintenance scheduling systems at all. So those are standalone and third-party apps. And then on the ERP and production monitoring system side, they only monitor the usage hours and so on. The OEM solutions can delve in the health monitoring a bit, but our solution integrates the specific health monitoring systems with also the usage monitoring. So that's basically our plan.
Okay, I'll leave the time for the rest of the judges. Thank you.
Question. Next will be me.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay, good idea. And there are plenty of different kind of solutions, I know that. And I would say that the mining is only starting point about your business. And the technology is not problem. IoT is valid and working okay. But there are always that kind of business, so-called installed infrastructure or big players or old way to do things, that could be some problem for you. I believe so. But good idea. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then Esko.
I like the idea that you have a limited customer segment where you start. And I agree with Mick again that you could then spread your idea further. But I know also that there is competition on that. One point, who is the paying customer? Is it the owner of the machinery or is it the mining company? Who is paying?
It is the mining company that uses the system, basically.
So let's say Outokumpu Ore ja Sotkamo Silver Ore. Agnico Eagle.
Okay.
Yeah. Of course, in case of
that they own the machines themselves, because in most cases, I think they don't even own there is a separate company renting the machinery to them. So have you considered the business model thoroughly?
So yeah, I may evaluate that a bit, but of course, in the mining sector, it is of course usual that some subcontractors own their own equipment, and then the mining company buys the whole mining operation from them. So of course, in that case, the customer for us is the subcontractor for the mining company.
Okay, thank you.
And quite quickly, Ville and Hannu.
Yeah, just try to get your first proof of concept customers soon. We've been investing into this area to some extent, maybe into 2-3 companies, and there's the customers are willing to have an easy, almost free proof of concept, but it's super competitive area to try to squeeze business out of it. So just to finalize your MVP and get the customer feedback as soon as possible. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks.
I like the idea, but the business area is really hard to get in. It's so protected and a lot of subcontractors and not easy to handle. But I like the idea. There's some demand of service like this.
Yes, thank you.
And the time is up. Thank you for social team and comment. The next team will be social CV, and let's get you on stage. Thank you. And when you share your screen, you're free to go.
Yes, can you see my screen and hear me well?
Yes, we can. You might want to put it to presenter mode, but yes. Now it's good. Go for it.
Good. Hi, we are Social CV, and I'm Sami, and we are rebuilding the trust in CVs. So the problem we are solving with this is that we have difficulties in comparison of job applicants, and it is also pretty difficult to evaluate yourself in your own traditional CV. Also, it affects the sales when companies are selling their projects to clients. With normal traditional CVs, usually people flatter themselves, but the social CV makes the difference. In social CV, you let other people to evaluate your skills in your CV. It makes your CV comparable and realistic. And really the best candidates can stand out with social CVs. And it increases efficiency and trustworthiness. We have one service, but we operate on two market segments. First is this for employees in job hunt, but the other is for companies. For example, human resources department can get really the best candidates when they cannot lie in their CVs because other people evaluate those. And for sales department, they get more sales because they have longer customerships when the customers can rely on the people they're offering to the projects. So here the companies, when they're using social CV, when the customer is buying the service, they have more trust to the professional team they are offering, which leads to happy customer, more references, new projects, and more revenue. The value of the social CV for employees, you have peer-reviewed CV, which is always updated, and it's reliable and honest. And for companies, better employees, more revenue, longer customerships. The market potential here, we compared us to LinkedIn, which have 750 million users in the world. And our target group is pretty much the same, the career builders, but we don't have any actual competitors. So we assume we could get 1 million users in Finland by 2026. The business model here is for private users, we collect annual fees, and there's some small freemium part, so we could get new customers from the premium part, and for companies, monthly, quarterly free. And we need prototype, funding, and pilot group. Thank you for your time.
And thank you for the pitch. It's time for the feedback round, and now we can start from me.
Thank you. I would say that this could be more easily like a freelancer's marketing tool to sell their working hours for some customers for smaller projects. Not so good for the person who is trying to get some steady job for next 5 or 10 years. But the problem is still very valid that CVs have some basic information and that don't tell very much about them. I have read past few years about 1,000 CVs, and that is only starting point about the evaluation of some kind of person. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then Esko.
This was very good pitch. I like the idea, and I know that there is a need for this. I also have been hiring people. There are maybe some problems that you face. For example, trade unions, they don't like this kind of idea. It has already been tried once in Finland, and the trade unions were immediately attacking this idea because it's too public, unfortunately. But the idea is very good, and I think by adjusting a little bit this, maybe hiding some important information and so on, so everything is not totally open unless the applicant gives the permission for the job interviewer to look everything. But I like the idea, so very good pitch.
Yes, and then Ville.
Yes. Yeah. Likewise, I like the idea. I think that kind of dynamic CV could be a nice thing to have. Then tackling those problems that Esko mentioned there is most likely a big issue. I don't know that legality or unions there, but maybe I would try to get immediate feedback from these the organization who are hiring a lot of people, being it in a social sector or somewhere where they really hire tens and hundreds of people every month. So getting them into your loop and develop the product with them. Thank you.
And then shortly, Hannu and Tommy.
Thanks for the pitch. I follow Ville also, and good idea, and and security point also you have to remember. But thanks for the pitch. Good idea.
All right. Thanks for the pitch as well. And HR is probably the most crowded space about how many things are, let's say, proposed for them every year. Because, like I said, what you're doing here, there's a lot of players I have seen that are trying to come up with the similar solution, but in a different way. So the competition is there, but nobody has been able to nail it down yet. So there's an opportunity there. So good luck, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you, Social CV, and thank you for the feedback. Now it's time for the last theme of the day, so folders. After that, we are going to have some interviews of the participants in this room when the dragons do their decisions. But yes, go for it.
Hi, I'm Elias from Fooders, and the idea with Fooders is that we combine places where there are many restaurants in one location. Let's say a shopping mall, restaurant area, or is it a kauppahalli or food court or what it is. We combine them for one platform where the end customers can order from multiple restaurants with one delivery. And we do this mainly for companies, so that companies can, let's say, order for events, parties, or lunch meetups, food through us, and they get the variety of several restaurants with one delivery, one order from one place. And because we only do these larger amounts at one time, we can actually do this without charging any delivery fee, just with taking the commission from the restaurants that we have listed. And like the final, I would like to do this as a lunch, work lunch thing with recurring agreements that we would get like constant sales, and we could do it like this, but I don't know if it's possible at the start or how to make it. So we would actually start just white catering. For restaurants, would give more sales, more visibility, of course. For the end customer, more variety. You can choose between multiple restaurants when ordering through us. Less expensive because you don't have to pay for the delivery. Save time. You don't need to order from many places. You can order from many restaurants from one order. Pay monthly. We can do some kind of invoicing thing. So we have agreements with companies. We can invoice them monthly for all the orders they have made. Yeah, what we need is some web developer to actually create some kind of platform for us, and of course somebody to help with the sales and business development. I don't actually have that much time myself for this, so this is something that I will do for my other company at least. That's Cloud Kitchen company, and it will be like I will package the restaurants for this kind of thing in any way. But now I thought that I could maybe do it as a separate thing as well. And through that, I would get at least myself as a first customer, and then also there's Kino Rentals next to the Cloud Kitchen, and they have actually asked if I could do this for them and package the restaurants that I will have. So there is at least like some need for it. Yeah. Thank you.
thank you for the pitch. You made it in 3 minutes. Great. Esko could start.
Yeah. Thank you for the pitch. I'm worried about two things. First is the possible competition, and the second thing is the actual need for this. Is this really a problem to event organizers or things like
It's
that?
not a problem at the moment. Like people use catering services, etc. But this would make it more simpler, and you could like order. You could get more variety. You could choose between places. But it's not like something that people can manage, of course, without fooders. But it will make it simpler. It will enable different kind of solution.
What's your main value proposition? Is it the big variety? Is it the delivery? What's the biggest value prop?
It's a variety and the easiness that you can order from many places from one place. We combine and package the restaurants. So it's the easiness. And we can bill monthly, and you don't need to pay if you have agreement with us as a company. You can pay it every month.
Okay.
Yes, and next could be Hannu.
Thanks for the pitch. I'm wondering if there's demand for the service like this. I'm landlord for many restaurants, and I know the problems what they have. They are tired of today's services. They don't earn money themselves at all. Wolt and those companies are sucking the money, and they just try to survive. And that's why they are building up their own services. And I think that if company wanna use service like this, they are ready to pay for it. If someone is collecting from many places, they have a goodwill and they wanna pay normal price for the restaurant and pay for the company who's doing the delivery.
Okay, that's also a possibility that we can charge delivery fee and maybe reduce the commission that we take from restaurants.
There shouldn't be any commission, it's better, or tiny.
Okie dokie, and then Tommy.
Pretty much in the same lines with others. I think that restaurant industry has been having rough times lately, and like I said, offering something for them that they need to again once more provide commission to some other parties. It's gonna be rough sell. But if you get it right really cheap or the commission is not there at all, then it could be a different thing. That's my 5 cents. Thank you for the pitch.
And then
this is interesting idea, but I would say that it's the business model and developing all things need some more time.
Yes.
But interesting idea, I would say. Thank you.
So thank you, folders, and thank you for the feedback. And also thank you for all the teams. Now it's time to go forward. So Elias, could you take the screen sharing? And I just noticed that just a moment, didn't mention about the prizes yet. So for the first position, there's going to be the 5,000 euro grand prize. For the second position, there's going to be 500 euros from Ukko.fi. And for the third position, there's going to be 300 euros offered by Bootti. And now it's time for the dragons to proceed to the den. So I will take them with me. During that time, there will be participant interviews. So enjoy. See you at 15:50 for the final positions. Okay, so let's go for it. So Philip, you are in charge of the slides. And we could have some drum roll here. The third place is Roof Intelligence. Congratulations. We could actually have the judges' comments here. So Hannu, feel free to give some feedback. Why did we choose like this?
There's a lot of demand service like this, and the most important that you are focusing the software. So scalability could be much easier, but there's a lot of competition, but good idea.
Thank you.
Yes, and the second position compressor building. The second place is for Sorsa team. Congratulations. And we could get feedback from Hannu again. Why did we choose like this?
Me again, okay. Your team is excellent and idea is good, but you have to think about the target. Where should you focus? Mining industry, it's not the right one, we think so. There could be something else behind the corner and easier business, much easier way to do this business. But your team is good and go forward.
So congratulations for Sorsa team. And now the first place to win the grand prize of 5,000 euros. Can we get some pressure here?
So breathtaking.
So the first place goes to Social CV. Congratulations. And the final comments, and why did we choose like this? Is Hannu still around? Hannu is actually not around. So Tommy.
Oh boys.
Oh, yes, you are here. Okay, I will move you back here. So, yes, go for it. Hannu.
Okay, thank you. And you have excellent idea, and we are waiting for you. What will happen next? Not easy solution, but there's demand service like this. A lot of demand. Thanks a lot, and good luck.
And one final applause.
Yes. Thanks for the trust.
And now, thank you for all the participants, for the judges, for our mentors, and for the audience that has been watching the stream. The official program is now over. We will take interviews from the winning teams in the photo booth, so don't leave yet. And you can freely network or travel around this platform as you wish. So thank you, everyone, and have a nice Sunday.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quite a competition. So I will actually take the stream to the photo booth.
And now it's better.
Yes.
Yeah. But the decision was really tough. So we delivered points to a few companies and or a few suggestions, and finally we really had to think about the business potential, not just how the pitch went and how how well it went, just which one of these could have business potential, and that's the reason why we saw Sorsa and Social CV. They both had good business potential
at the moment.
Hello.
So we are streaming also. So the winning team.
And to let you guys know, I'm trying to record this. Even I don't know where can I save it, but we are trying to record it and then use for the further marketing. If you guys are not okay with that, then we could stop it. If nobody say anything, that we are going to continue.
Let's continue. So, team Social CV. How are you feeling at the moment?
We are feeling great, thank you. And still hard to believe that we actually won that, even though we actually think that our idea is viable and we really can do that. But still, it feels so great.
I may comment a little bit. Your idea has some social importance because nowadays there are a lot of people that are searching for jobs and also employers who need to know more about the people so that the best talents and best job opportunities meet together. So I feel that, and that was one of the reasons for the judges to award you, because this could lead to something successful. At the same time, we think that to export this kind of idea, for example, to Europe, it's really, really difficult. So if you start from Finland, even that is a long way to get acceptance to this kind of idea. But if you succeed, you make a difference, and this is important.
Yeah, so we have been thinking also this ethic point of view of this whole thing, and one of the way we
can't hear you.
We lost the sound.
Roope?
Try again. Okay, now we got.
Now it should work.
Yes.
So is it now good? So we have been thinking this ethic kind of dimension of this whole thing also, and one way we have been building this concept is that we want it to be very trusty and kind of private. So the idea was that only a person who kind of owns the social CV can be the one to kind of deliver it onward. So we could have this kind of, we are trying to avoid the collision between kind of bullying and kind of not go that way that people can use this wrong. So we could really get hold on the normal people's kind of toolbox, like for selling themselves and marketing themselves. But yeah, it is hard, and we're trying to come up with the best ways to kind of address the problem of how people perceive this.
How did you come up with this idea? Is it your own experience, or did you hear from somebody that there is a need for this? Or please explain a little bit about the background.
Well, yesterday we had an idea, but we thought, okay, we need a new idea, and we kind of went through kind of play that we had to each and every one of us had to list 20 good business ideas, and it's just I came with that idea, but actually the background is we are not going to focus with that way, but the idea behind that is this Chinese social scoring system, but it was just humoristic background. But no, we are not really doing this social scoring system in that way, but it's just kind of fun story behind that.
Yeah, and also we were thinking about this when we got this like little flash, and we continue to kind of delve into it, that if different companies can have references of how they have been doing in the past, why wouldn't normal people have those also? Because if you have been working for 10 years somewhere, you basically only have a little marking on your CV for a whole of 10 years, but you could have like a lot more positive comments of like if you're a good guy, if people like working with you. And we were thinking about that. It would really give people more like to show off and to have something to take with them if they're like changing the job, or I don't know, selling something to new customers.
Okay, my final questions again. Are you really serious about making a business plan now?
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Good luck. Good luck.
Good luck.
A really good example of what really short time can do. There was a total pivot on Saturday, and you went through that game to find the best business idea here, and you actually won the competition. So congratulations. Worth the risk. Do we have any more comments, or should we take the next interview? Yes, we will. So once more, congratulations. We will contact you a bit later about the little details.
Ville, did you take photos?
Oh, I didn't. But we have the stream, so we can use that one. Yes.
Yeah, and even you are going to start your business, but please still follow us on the social media. You will see what's going to happen. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I will fetch the Sorsa team here.
Yeah, thanks.
Hei, meidät joinattiin jonnekin. Me ollaan taas pystytuvassa nimittäin.
Hello.
Hello, Sorsa team. To inform first that we are trying to record this interview for the future use on the marketing. So if you guys are not okay with that, I can turn off it. But if you don't say anything, I will continue. 3, 2, 1. You didn't say anything. I will continue.
I guess it's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so the second position. How are you feeling at the moment?
We got the validation for the business idea that we wanted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also the 500 euros.
Well, that's true also.
Yeah.
We have positives and negatives.
What?
Positives and negatives. We got the validation we were looking for, but now that as a group we talked later on after the results, and what we see as one of our greatest strengths, which is the market we are aiming for, the mining market, especially the off-grid extreme hard solution, which is not implemented on any major carrier yet. If what the judges saw as a weakness, we see as one of our strengths.
And maybe not just the mining industry, but also, for example, forest industry and all kinds of everywhere where there's this heavy equipment, it can be utilized.
Rental companies for lifters and cranes, for example. We have a platform thought out, but because of the format of the competition, we could not roll out like, let's say, 7 use case ideas. We have to focus one, and this is the one that
we have the best contact in already.
The best contact, and it demonstrates the most extreme and the reason why our solution offers value.
Yeah. One comment from me. You were very close in winning. We were discussing a lot about this, so you were top 2. Unfortunately, we had to select one. There is a company from VTT, a startup company, E3 Innovation, who has the similar solution already based on IO3. And we were thinking about the market and the competition on the market. So you have selected a very niche area, which is unfortunately also very demanding site. How close have you looked at this market? We asked about that, but do you have some experience already?
Yes, actually, personally, I have been doing maintenance planning and supervising and some maintenance organization development at Kittilä mine already. So this is a problem that I know exists till this day. So that is why we are using that mine as our pilot project.
Are they looking for services like this?
Yeah, because they are, of course, they are trying to make the whole process more efficient all the time, since they have had big investment in the lift and so on. So they are streamlining the maintenance and everything, and that's why I think there is a place for something like our solution at the moment.
And also that the company actively supports company employees to innovate and make new solutions for the maintenance and other improvements. So they have internal systems already in place, which Aapo knows about, which has had some results. For example, the previous system they use currently is byproduct of this kind of internal company structure and kannustinohjelma.
And good idea is also to check a rental market.
Yeah, we have had that idea before.
There could be big business and demand for this service.
Yes.
But
yeah, go ahead.
How long has your team been together? You have some long experience already.
Yeah, we originally got together when I joined the Formula Student project in 2018. On 2018-2019 season, we had basically an unprecedented success with basically the core team, which sort of made us realize that this is a bunch of really, really talented people. We should probably do something about it.
What about business plan? Have you already started making it?
Not the analysis and calculations, but we have been basically working on the pilot case as sort of, is this going to work? Are we able to make this sort of solution? Are we able to scale it? Are we able to do the core business that I would then start analyzing if it is, what are the cash flows, what do we need to price the product and so on.
And also that, is there a demand? So our main product and the value we add is the back end and the analysis service. Everything else, the sensor and the phone app, everything is a mandatory data sourcing device, like a system factory which provides the data. And there are some public references from other industry providers, especially in open mining, where they have these charts. And of course, it's open top mining, the requirements for tech are way different. But if you look at the results which are done from, let's say, data link provider on their customers, the customers have replied how to use the data and how they benefit from it. And every single one of those in majority states that they have data, but they don't know yet how to use it effectively. And that's where our brain power comes in.
Okay, thank you. I think this is a photo booth, so they are going to take a photo of you, but the camera doesn't show all of you.
Can you guys make the camera wide? We have extremely wide lens, so if who is whoever is charged of this room.
We're hiding.
If
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
do
make
it. I'll do it.
wide, we all fit in the picture. I'm more than just a hand.
Hey, sorry, what was the name of the company that is doing this?
Yeah, the VTT startup.
E3 something.
Tree Innovation.
Tree Innovation.
Innovation.
That's the one. Have to Google it straight away.
Now it's better.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Niall.
More than
Okey-dokey.
Do we have to say chicken again?
Sorsa, not chicken.
Oh, true, yeah.
Yeah, just a moment. I will also take. Okay, so should we say Sorsa in 3, 2, 1, and Sorsa? Yeah. Okay. We can also utilize the stream, so I think this is fine, though.
Yeah, we can take a screenshot when they're all in awkward positions.
Yes. Okay. But yeah, thank you, and once more congratulations. We will contact you about the details a bit later.
Okay, thank you, and thank you very much about the feedback. It is really helpful.
Yes. Have a nice Sunday.
Thanks, you too.
And
What's the next?
yes, roof industries.
What's up,
So,
Eric?
can we get you both on the camera? Yes.
Yeah.
Just a moment. Okay, now it's looking better. So, third place, how are you feeling at the moment?
Our backs hurt from sitting all weekend, but yeah.
Too little sleep.
Yeah.
But otherwise good.
Yeah.
You get some validation and also the price of 300 euros. I would say really great stuff in general. The decisions were really tough.
Yeah.
Especially with the top 3 participants.
Yeah, of course.
Good. Esko have some questions, for example.
Yeah, I have been in the business of remote sensing for 25 years now, or 26 soon. Different, from drones and helicopters and airplanes. It's not the easiest area of business. Your idea was really nice. For example, in Europe, they are trying to find roofs that have asbestos. And because of age of the roofs, the asbestos is now spreading to the air and causing health problems. They don't want to talk about this a lot, but this is important business you are trying to achieve. Have you already really serious about this? Have you experience on flying drones and doing business? For example, in city areas, you need permissions, and it might be difficult.
At least, like flying drones and stuff, we have experience, and using DJI has an SDK that makes it very simple to integrate software into drones. So that's nowadays really easy. And we looked up the rules in, for example, Arizona, and as long as it's not critical infrastructure, you're allowed to fly over residential areas. So at least in America, there are no restrictions right now. And we would be able to just fly and scout out damaged roofs, for example.
Yeah, for example, let me paint a picture like in hailstorm season. Usually we have like these flat roofs in Arizona that they get hit by hail, they get damaged. And it's like a first come, first serve basis. So whoever basically knocks on the door first as a roofing salesman usually gets the insurance claim, and they're quite lucrative. and you can only look at a certain amount of jobs per day. And guys will scout with drones manually, but if we could automate the process, then if you can, increase this by 3 to 5 times, it'd be a good day of sales.
Okay. How about business plan? You are now starting to write it immediately. So are you serious about this? Am I going to hear about you in 5 years?
Let's see.
Hopefully.
We either fail or we pivot. Let's see.
But you're trying.
Yeah.
That is great.
What is the specialty in your software? It's really good that you are focusing in it because scalability is much easier. But what is the best idea there? If you compare the other ones, what is the difference?
It's basically because we use Microsoft Low. It makes it very easy and less resource intensive to scan houses and stuff, because normally you need a lot of compute power and it's really complicated. And there are different companies that do like home inspections or roof inspections with drones, but there's no one that really focuses on the selling part. And what we want to focus on is that if someone gets the images, for example, of damage on the roof, the salesman can come there, has, for example, an iPad. His pitch will be pre-generated. He gets an estimate, and he can show the client already, like, here are the issues, whatever. And like the main focus for us is not so much the roof inspections, but the sales part, that you're able to sell more and make more money in less time.
You are not afraid of competition. Again, this is the hard part because this is easily copied. So you have to have something special, something that others don't have or don't copy so easily.
Mm-hmm. Something unique, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we would have to first also try it in practice and see how it works, and then kind of adjust and see what the competition is gonna do. Because it's like not the easiest business to get into. You can't just hop in right away.
Okay.
And the biggest problem with the roofs is water leaks, and but with this method you can do only visual check, but there should be done electric check, SLB check, so hiding leaks, and you should follow them and find out the damage, how big is it, and how much you have to open, and that's the reality when you are working with real estates.
Anyway, congratulations from my part. You did well.
Yeah.
Yes, congratulations once more, and looking forward to see what happens in the future. So let's give one more applause round here. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, we will contact you about the details a bit later. So have a nice Sunday, and thank you once more for participating.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you. Bye.
Yep, bye.